I've got a pot, my cuttings off of my river birch, and I think I'm going to pot them up into a sort of small beginning forest planting. Um, for the first time in a long time, I'm feeling much more myself after going through, I know it doesn't sound like much, but the poison ivy and everything else. So I'm still not 100% back to normal, but I feel much more normal. So thank you for everyone's kind words, and thank you for all continuing to watch my content. Um, These are from the river birch that I purchased from Walmart, or Wally World, as we affectionately call it. I'm going to pot them up in here in a sort of planting. And I wanted to share one more thing with you folks when I do so. So I rooted these in water. It did quite nice. I'm very happy about that. They're various sizes. I did at one point have to take them out of the water, put them into the tub, and spray them down with neem oil because they had so many aphids on them. So there's the roots there. And this isn't the one that I wanted to share. So it's my goal to plant these. I'm going to allow them to grow now. I feel as if they need all of this green in order to continue to feed themselves, but that's a solid root. Looks like there's another one over here. Now that they're going to be in soil, I'll just have to keep them moist. They should be able to get lots of roots. I would have done a fusion project with these. That may be something I do at the top. I do have a couple nice low down places where there used to be branches, because these were branches. So if I can get those to take off, I can cut off the top and use those for a fusion project, or use those again for more trees in the forest. I don't have a lot of forests, and I love the idea of a birch forest. I think they're beautiful in nature. I have a fifth, not a cutting, but a fifth tree that's a little bit larger than these. However, that one is growing new roots in the soil. I don't want to disturb those new roots. I have it set up so that I can pull it out of the pot and put it back in without disturbing anything. I don't want to disturb those new roots, so I'm going to allow that one to grow, just the same as these will be. So I understand it's very, very tall. I don't know if you can see there, but even at the lowest point, I still have that much sticking up. I'm okay with that right now. I'm going to put it at the lowest point. This one has roots on the, I'm going to put the roots outside. You can't see this just now, but I'm going to put the roots on the outside so that way it can grow roots on the inside. It's going to want to do that more, I think. I'm going to put that there. For now, I will use a little more soil to sort of keep that in place. So I don't want to have to be holding this the whole time. There we go. All right, now it's time for a new bag of soil, which is just fine. In a new bag. This is probably the medium-sized tree. I'm going to plant them as a quartet. I know that's not traditional for forests, but this is just planting them in soil. It's just taking them from water to soil. I feel as if this is full of roots. Maybe this isn't where the roots came from, but I don't want to allow them to grow in here and tangle these roots any more than they already have. All right, so here's a really good example of them rooted. And what I wanted to show, hopefully it will focus, at the top here. I didn't use any sealant on these. I didn't use rooting compound. I just stuck these cuttings in water. You see there's nice strong growth. And when I had to take them out, they did die off at the tips, so I'm getting branches on branches that aren't even lignified or hardened off yet. Again, no cutting from me. I just want to let these roots grow, but it's calloused to a degree where it's at the top, where I cut it, not in the water. It's growing buds all around that, which is really exciting. Now, do I need those? No, but it gives me a lot of hope for if I were to cut this off and use the top as another tree, I will have a leader. And that's the case for all these. So I think with river birch, if I was to do this again, I would not be using cut paste on it. I would definitely just be putting it straight into water to allow it to grow. You all witnessed that. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. Thankfully, it's bonsai soil, and I can sweep it up and use it. All right. Apparently, I'm not 100% yet, but I feel better. I feel as if I'm much more my normal self than I was. Here's another one that just rooted beautifully. See there, it's almost, one-sided, but it's nice. Probably because where the edge of the thing was. Then you probably can't see well, but again, this is calloused over at the top. Really nicely. These cuttings aren't even very old, so very, very encouraging there. I'm going to plant this one deep. Again, I'm going to face those roots towards the outside of the container. Use some of my bonsai soil that I just dumped everywhere. You would think I had more sense than to try that, but I clearly don't. All right, there's 3 in there. And the last one is probably the smallest. Yeah, nice roots. It's not calloused over yet, but it is starting to swell up there. You can't see very well. Again, very one-sided, the roots. Because this is the shortest one, I'm not going to worry about planting it very, very deep. Just deep enough to get my roots into the soil. Now we'll use my bonsai soil that I dumped everywhere to fill in some. These roots will likely continue to grow as they are. I don't know if I'll get new roots facing inwards. I know if I plant all these against the edge of the pot, at this point I've already made the mess. I might as well do it, right? Own it. If I plant them all at the edge of the pot, I'm not going to get any kind of, lead them all away from each other, any kind of roots growing on the inside. So I'm just about done. I'm going to bury these a little bit more. Really not sure I'll get more roots in there, but if I have roots growing towards the center, I'll be very, very pleased. So let this be a lesson to all of us, particularly myself, to not do what Taco Don't did. It's very straight up. I'm going to make it a little more like that. There's not a whole lot of circumstance with which this is going to be jostled. I am going to put it outside because my outdoor one seems to be growing very, very well. But yeah, that is it. It is all set. I'm going to collect a little bit more of my beautiful bonsai soil here before I grab a broom. At least I know that this section of my floor will be very clean. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for witnessing my beautiful, eloquent movements with the bonsai soil. And yeah, let's just see where this one goes. I give it a couple years before it's really going to be a forest. It's already got good size to it. It's got roots, so that's a start. I would love to cut them all in half and plant them. Having then 8 plus the 2 outside, so that'd be, well, plus the 1 outside, so that would be a total of 9 trees. It may be that I cut that one in half, root it, and then I'd have 10 trees. I could probably at that point do 7 and then do a fusion project with the remainder. And I'll have all these that will be hardened off by next year to play with as well. Yeah. that was a fun project for me. I don't mind making messes. I think it's fun. Hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Before I close out, I just want to do a little shout out to someone who I enjoy their channel very much. Gavin over at Not Another Bonsai channel. He's got quite a few videos up, considering how new he is to YouTube. He's very fun to watch. He speaks very clearly. His videos are not so long that you can't enjoy yourself, and he clearly enjoys himself making these videos. I think if nothing else, the fact that he enjoys himself making these videos makes it that much more fun to watch. I don't want to watch a video where someone's not having fun. So I apologize to everyone who saw me making videos when I was ill. I was enjoying them, just maybe not as much as I would now. Go over and check out his channel. Again, it's called Not Another Bonsai Channel, although it is indeed another bonsai channel. A bit of irony that doesn't escape him. Of course, it's his intent. He's only got a couple followers right now, but if you're following me, I think you would enjoy his channel just as much, if not more. This isn't any sort of competition. He's got a much more refined collection. He's narrowed down plants that he doesn't want. He's got great seeds that he's started. He's got beautiful trees of all different sizes. And again, he's got just a great candor. It's enjoyable to listen to him talk about his trees and to go through things. He's excited. It's so refreshing to have people excited about bonsai. It's, you know, in many walks of life, you'll meet people who say, "Oh, bonsai, that's interesting," but they won't be excited. Of course, all of us that are creators for bonsai on YouTube love it. We get so excited. I get incredibly excited. I look forward to sitting down and watching bonsai videos, even if it's just trimming up the same trees over and over. Even if it was something like this, that was wise, considering, I would wire all these branches down, but I don't know that any of these branches are even big enough to consider keeping at this stage of the game. I just want them to help the trees grow roots. So yeah, check out Gavin's channel, Not Another Bonsai channel. I will put it in my description so it's linkable. And if I can figure out how to do the tile thing, I'll put a tile up there, right here, tile here. I don't know if I did that right. It'd be really cool if I did. And you can click on this and go to his channel. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a beautiful day.